Hello beauties, this is Katie, and today's video I want to talk about what to do if you're in a particular situation where you've been seeing a man, dating a man, and recently he's told you that he does not want to be in a committed relationship, he doesn't want the label of committed relationship, and he's happy to date you, continue to date you, but he can't give you that commitment. A lot of times when women find themselves in this scenario, they tell themselves they're confused. And I want to offer that confusion is a choice. It's not just something that happens to you. Even though it feels like the most justified option, and it may seem like the only option is to be confused, that is not the only option. I wanted to just give you some clarity over what your options are. So why confusion? Chances are if you're choosing confusion, then you have a little bit of drama about the alternative. The alternative being the two options that you have. Option number one, either break up with him, cut him off completely, knowing that he doesn't want what you want. Or option number two, you continue to see him and date him, knowing that he may never want a committed relationship, but you may be hopeful that it could lead to something, or eventually he may change his mind. Now, the reason that you are choosing confusion over those other two options is a couple of things. You may be afraid to waste time on someone who may never commit to you, but you also have fears about losing him and losing the connection that you had, right? And potentially regretting that in the future if you were to lose it. So there is fear of experiencing a negative emotion, whether you choose option A or option B. So what the mind does when both options suck and neither option is good, we just go into confusion, because confusion feels better than having to decide on two sucky options, right? So we just go confused because it's just easier for the brain. It feels better than having to make a decision that could lead to a negative emotion. I want to help give you some clarity here. I think self-awareness is the first key. Okay, once we have self-awareness about this, we can recognize that, gives us that clarity to move us in the direction that we need to go. Even if it doesn't feel great, knowing all the things and having clarity feels a bit better than not. First, I want you to know you don't have to break up with him. You don't have to cut him off. I think there's a lot of judgment and shaming that goes on when women or men are in this situation. Everyone else comes in with their opinion that, you should break up with him, you should cut him off immediately, you should stop wasting your time on him. Other people having lots of opinions. Your voice could be amongst that voice of you should break up with him, I should break up with him. I want you to know that you don't have to break up with him. That is not something you have to do in order to save face or in order to feel good about yourself, right? Like sometimes we go into this, I have to break up with him now, I have to break the tie or else I'm going to be hurting myself, or I'm gonna look pathetic, or something that will we'll judge ourselves basically. And I want you to first of all know, no, you can absolutely continue to see him. That doesn't mean anything bad about you, and no one else's opinion matters here but yours. And if your friends or other people don't like it, well, screw them. Doesn't matter what they think, it matters what you think, okay? Their opinion, you could say, opinion noted, but this is what I'm gonna do for me because this is the best option for me, right? So first of all, just get rid of all the other voices in your head that's telling you what you should do, including your own voice. And the second thing is you just need to be aware of why you may want to continue to see him or why you may not want to continue to see him. So I want you to ask yourself this question. What is the purpose of dating for you? Why do you go on dates with people? Why would you want to continue to see him in the future? Why would you not want to continue to see him in the future? Don't just give a canned response. Right? A lot of people would just say, oh, I'm dating to find someone, find my man, to find a committed relationship. That is a canned response. I want you to go a little bit deeper. Okay, don't just throw back up the first answer your brain comes up with that it's probably like trained to say because everybody says it and that's what you think you should say, right? Like really go into why do you go on dates? Maybe it sounds like, well, I initially started dating because I wanted to be intentional. I wanted to really find someone to spend the rest of my life with. I didn't want to continue to do casual dating, and I want to build a life with someone. I want to build a committed relationship and put effort into a relationship. This was my intention, dating. Okay, just be very clear about your reasons. That's what it may sound like. Or it may sound like, oh, I just started dating because why not? I just wanted to try it and see what happened. And then I met him and he asked me out. So I said yes. You know, maybe you didn't put a lot of thought into it, right? A lot of people don't, and there's nothing wrong with that. So maybe it's I continued to see him because he continued to ask me out, and I thought he was asking me out because he liked me and he could see a future with me and I liked him too. Maybe that's your reason. You were just going on dates with him because he kept asking and he showed interest, so you were reciprocating that. If you really thought about it, why you were dating him, your reason was just because he wanted to see you. And now that he doesn't want to see you, you feel like you have to stop seeing him. Maybe you feel like that is your go-to response to this. And I'm telling you, it doesn't have to. You just want to check in with yourself. Is that what I want to do, or is that what I think I should do because he doesn't want a committed relationship? Or is it actually I like spending time with him regardless of whether he wants a committed relationship or not, right? And the only reason I had that in my head was because my friends put that in my head. Okay, so just be very clear why you wanted to see him, why you were dating him, and whether you want to continue doing that, what your reasons would be to continue doing that. All right, so do that exercise. Don't just give the canned response. Now I want you to ask yourself, would you want to continue to see him and spend time with him even if it's not going to lead to a committed relationship? Would you want to? Yes. Why would you want to? Or no, why wouldn't you want to? And really spend some time thinking about this. Right? Maybe your answer is, yeah, I see value in spending time with him regardless if it's going to turn into a relationship or committed relationship, because he makes me laugh, he makes me smile, he has a different way of looking at things, he makes me think, he challenges me, he for some reason brings out the best in me. I find myself acting like in a way that I normally wouldn't. I like that and I want to find out more about that and understand that more, right? So maybe this guy's bringing you enough value that you think, yeah, I would still want to see him and spend time with him regardless if it's going to turn into a relationship, like a committed relationship. Okay, like really think about that and understand, is he bringing you the value just by spending time with you? Maybe that answer is yes. And that's great if it is. Now you know, now you have clarity that that doesn't really matter if he's saying he doesn't want a committed relationship. You still want to see him. Okay, this is important that you realize that. Or the answer is, not really. Maybe I don't want to continue to see him because the only reason I was seeing him was because I thought he wanted to see me. I thought he was into me and he could see a relationship with me, and I was making it mean I was like at least wanted by somebody. And now that he doesn't want to see me, I just wouldn't want to continue to see him because I would constantly be insecure and thinking, is he just using me? Is he just, am I just a convenient thing for him? Am I just a sex thing for him? And all of these negative thoughts. So then it would be a no. I wouldn't continue to see him because I wouldn't be able to overcome all of my negative thoughts that I would have moving forward with him. You see what I mean? So really get clear about why you would want to see him and why you wouldn't. And the answer would be very should be pretty obvious, right? It will come from within, and the clarity will be there if you really go deep with these questions and really like challenge yourself to go deep into why you would want to see him and why you wouldn't, and what was the entire purpose of going on dates with him to begin with. Clarity, clarity, clarity. You don't have to be confused. I want you to challenge yourself with these questions and give yourself the gift of self-awareness so you can actually take steps forward and not be stuck, right? That is the key. Take a step forward, make a decision knowing all the information so you can feel good about the decision no matter what it is. Even if it's going to hurt, at least you will make it with clarity. Remember, you don't have to wait to have the love life that you want and desire. I'm here to help you be the best version of yourself, to be the most attractive, irresistible, highly desirable woman you can be, so you can inspire a high quality man to chase you, pursue you, and be begging to commit to you in a relationship. All you have to do is go to the link below and book a call with me. The first session is absolutely free. We'll sit down and you'll tell me your situation and we'll map out a custom plan to help you achieve your love goals. So what are you waiting for? Let's get started. Book a call with me and let's go get your man. If you like this video, please like me, leave me some feedback, some comments below, and drop me a message, and I'll be back with more next week.